Hey guys, morning. Oh, what a night. It's gonna be dangerous out there. We're going to be witnessing history, in my opinion, today. So, stand at the side is what we're looking at this morning. Alright, we are a bit early this morning. That's because we're a bit late. We were looking at some stuff overnight and how to take it out of our long-term positions. On it, we built our plan, look at the execute the plan on how to take some long-term stuff. The market will be in free fall. We are at 5%. At 5% lock limit. I was laughing last night. I'll show you why I was having a good laugh. Alright, you can see this is the US 500. We are 25.55.5. The point three, it doesn't really matter. Right, level out the lock limits. Lock limits come from here. If you need the link, I'll post the link somewhere on YouTube or something. Just for you guys, just look for ESM. We on the M contract. We're looking at the 15-minute chart. We are in lock limit to the downside. Was grabbing my kicks because as Trump was talking yesterday, well, as the president was talking yesterday about a 10% bump in the market Friday that he did by creating a made for TV moment. The market was going the other direction and the same speed, if not in a greater speed. Uh, Such as life. That's why there is the actual experts like the doctor. Fauci I did some research. Fauci has a lot of experience with this, so if he says something, more or less, try more reasonable to trust it. So, what's the expectation for this morning? Well, oil in free fall. So, again, so what did happen last night? What did happen is Jerome Powell came out at 6 p.m. and said, we are cutting rates to the floor. Rates were at, well, we are technical 0 now, 0.25 is the expected ban. We got 1% on rates. A second emergency cut. Remember, the subsahara meeting on Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Well, I think that will be happening. I think he said the 1% cut is in lieu of what they would have done on Wednesday anyhow. Tried to buy last night. That those are two dead contracts in my opinion. We'll open more likely with lockdown limit at 7%, which is 25 or 1.5. That would be initial decision point this morning. This is a 15-minute chat. That was the Friday evening bump on news conference. What we did get last night, I mean on Friday, was uh, we got on LH, um, we got options to buy 50 shares at 140. Those are 90-day options, exercisable options, full options. So we got those. We hold in 235 Teslas. We still hold an equivalent of 35. Well, a little less than 35, more like 50. Um, Shorts on Anthem from the 300 level. So somewhat covered on the short side. That is our more or less cover and trade for that. Tesla long, the average entry is at 388.225 or something was the average entry for everything. So that's what we traded. Crude oil is no that margin requirements for the CME this morning. That's why we traded micros. Imagine requirements for the CME is $9,000 per contract. That is like double of what last month was. Well, the beginning, well, the end of January. Usually it's about $6,000 for the most, 6,300. It's with the cost and the volatility has kicked to the upside. Right now, my vol reading is one standard deviation is equal to 50 points. Rotations are heavy, hard. So stop losses wide using micros. The one they get run over, I made like $60 last night or $90 and lose $130. So we'll be around minus 60 by the time the market opens. Expect that VIX to kick to the upside. The Nikkei is in free fall also. Nikkei futures right there, that is 10% already. So that's why we're looking at 13%. Last night we were hoping that after Powell more or less threw the kitchen sink at the market, we were hoping that Corona would have done the same thing. That is the BOJ. Head of the BOJ, Bank of Japan, said no rate cuts. They're already in negative territory, so we looking at using quantitative easing, which I don't think is the right term right now. Oh my video chat box is open. So quantitative easing may not be the right term right now because that would imply that you're trying to spark the market. Right now we're trying to save the market, not spark the market. To put some life into the market. Right now we're trying to stop the free fall. It is getting a bit dangerous. If it does go down, that did at 15% today, which is at 2340 level, 2350 to 2340 to 50 level. It will create a lot of panic. We might have to have it may just be shown as a puke. Puke is when you sell everything including gold and your safety stuff. You can see the bonds reacted last night by selling. The bonds went down. Some reasonable handlers may ask some questions about that on my side. So got 10 minutes again. Going and mute here for a couple minutes. I need to go and take care of some stuff and come back. I'll probably just leave the screen up for you guys. Well, second, need to take care of some stuff on my side. Yeah, I need to take care of some stuff. We probably might view stops and stuff, so if that happened one this morning, not too sure. If anybody know about OBS, reach out to me when I record it and I only getting what 360. Um 360 or no, I think not no 720. I know I'm streaming on 720, I think. So this is your price limits. Yeah, $9,000 is on margin. On my margin, which is ridiculous. 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 I tell you. You don't want to see oil. Oil is ridiculous. So if you know about margin and trading on margin account, when you trade on margin account, you have to have at least 50% of the money back full margin. I always use full margin, so for maintenance margin. And initial margin is a bit different. Initial margin is 50%, maintenance margin is 5 to 10%. It's ridiculous. I do have permission for trade overnight, so I use put to close trades on my personal account, my mini account. Giant Alina, my micros. Micros more or less same rules, just 1/10 to 1, 10% of the same margin requirements. You can trade a smaller account. So for each contract you trade, you should have a minimum of. I use not initial, but maintenance margin to make sure I maintain. Or using maintenance margin as part of my calculation. Dun, dun, dun. Always seen as opportunity. What's live in the market? We're 2 minutes away from the oil. Oil is in free fall. Pull up on oil chart. Close off this. Close off that. Open. Random oil trade. Got a couple puts on oil still running. That saved our backs there. This is investing.com. You're gonna get that test of that low today. Break of that test, we in for that. We do have something that looks like a buy related or something. The spread between Brent and Nimex is getting smaller. That's slash CO if it's just straight Brent. This is your daily. That doesn't matter anymore. I'll clear that out. You can see with the 161 it is with it push went out. But the 161 extension of the last one. Yeah, daily chart. Check it off right. And pushed. Bam bam bam. So we don't need that anymore. Go to your monthly chart. That low there. Dun, dun, dun. One stop point here at 26.39 or 26.40, and right here is the major You can see that is back to 2002 levels. 2008 didn't provide that. So we break 2008 level already, so we'll be here and here, more than likely. It's going to be a bloodbath out here. The world will be in crisis. Let's see if Top Step has their stuff this morning up. A lot more commentary this morning, a lot less trading. We already have our setups, looking for it. I'm looking for them.
If you can find one, we're always looking for context and risk management. I thought I had it starts tomorrow, goes through Wednesday, but they've already dropped Fed funds near zero and have resumed large-scale asset purchases to shore up liquidity. The Chinese numbers that came out were, of course, expected to be dismal, and they were. Production and retail sales were considerably lower. This is going to be a period of extreme volatility. I'd like to see everybody take a little bit of time. We don't have to be involved in this. There are other markets, that are a little bit volatile. Certainly, everything is bleeding into what's going on in the whole world here. So, good morning, Clarence Degg, Doe Trader Level 2. Thank you. Thank you, Top Step. John, good morning. And George, just to name a few of you that are here today. I keep getting attacked by technology. I'm not even sure that I can see all of the folks that are in here today. So, and I do apologize. It seems I'm still having a little bit of trouble getting, oh, here we are. Now I gotcha. All right. Well, thank you for everybody. And I look sharp. These markets are going to be crazy. I wanted to just kind of go over what the limits are for the equities, the E-mini S&P, NASDAQ, and the Dow already at the 7% limit. What that one is. In the ES, the 13% limit is 23.39, and the 20% limit is 21.49. That's again, 13 is 23.39. 20% is 21.49. The NASDAQ, 7% already reached. 13% would be 69.0150. 20% would be 63.4175. The Dow, the YM, we're already at 7%. 13%, 19.943. Back down below that 20,000 level. 20% would be down to 18.320. My charts have kind of been going in and out here. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to present the charts here this morning. Thought I had this bug kind of worked out over the weekend, but I come in this morning and I'm still having that trouble. So I'm going to try and keep this relatively short. We don't have the charts, and I will have those for us all by tomorrow. And we'll see what we see in that case. Be careful if you're going to be involved today. I don't see any reason for a short time frame trader to really try and leverage these markets, because it's very easy. If you think you're going to buy a bottom, you might get stuck down the limit, and we don't know how far this is going to go. So certainly it's worth learning from. There's a lot of folks out there, myself included, who have been through corrections in the past. We like to think that we know how things might kind of pan out, or might think we do, but nobody does. This is a completely new situation in the markets, and I'm going to try and again stay very, very patient. It's going to take some time for this current situation and this current coronavirus to play out, and hopefully with little loss of life as possible. Make sure you do what they're telling you to do. You know, if you can, stay home. Make sure you wash hands. Make sure you're practicing social distancing. You know, it is a shame, but it is a reality for now. And you know, we're all going to have to do our part to get through this, and I'm sure that we will. Again, you know, hopefully with as little loss of life as possible. Yes, rational investor. Level 2. It's not Black Monday, but it is the black suit. So, yes, look and learn. Level 2, absolutely. Rational investor. Yes, take it easy, everyone. Marat, Sarah. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. And it's, you know, I can't be any other way, Sarah. And you know, I just the kind of anxiety of this whole situation really kind of hit me over the weekend. You know, as bars and restaurants and everything is closing, it's just, it's, you know, of course, I mean, unnerving. Is that a good word for it? I mean, the anxiety is real, of course, and we think we have to start working on ways to manage that anxiety. I was looking at some information over the weekend that. You know, you want to keep abreast of the situation. You want to be up on the news and everything, but you certainly don't want to focus on it if it's on your TV or, you know, on your Twitter feed 24/7. It's really going to create a lot of anxiety, and you know, that's not going to help anything. So just try and you know, stay cool, No, that's not snow. That's outside my kitchen window. I did this in a different position on Friday, but I figured this would be a little bit more of an interesting background. It's interesting you check that. No, there's no snow. It's just the camera that we're using here for this work from home is you know, it's a good resolution on me, just not all that great in the background there. Rational investor. What would my dad do in a market state like this? He would, well, first of all, if we were little kids, we would have no idea what was going on. He would be kind of, you know, brunting the share of the anxiety. You know, back then it wasn't, the news wasn't as instant as it is. We didn't have social media. What would he do? He would probably be patient. He would probably have some cash on the side, and he would probably, you know, look for some sort of a bottom. But I don't know when that would happen. But brother, I wonder what he would say to that question. It's a great question. I'm going to see what he says about it this afternoon, and maybe well, we'll talk about it tomorrow morning on the forecast, because Dan will be doing the recap today. And isn't it interesting how there's no safe haven when where do you put your money? Are we going to see hyperinflation? Yeah, I wish, if I had a wish, that wish would be I would be able to tell everybody how this thing was going to play out and where the bottom was going to be and all of that. But unfortunately, I don't have that magic power. I have different magic powers, and but you know, who knows? This is a unique first-time experience for everybody alive right now. So just taking another look here. Thank you, Alan. Yeah, I just did this. I was feeling the anxiety of everything over the weekend, and you know, working from home. Just felt maybe I should dress up a little bit and feel the part, right? So one little shout out for March 16th. This is my 24th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary to my beautiful, loving wife, Donna. And we did something very, I think, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, we went and rescued a puppy this weekend. We rescued a puppy. She's 7 months old. She's about 40, 50 pounds. And she's a terror. But, you know, the hope that comes with rescuing a puppy, I think is helping all of us in our house with the anxiety of everything that's going on. So, thank you, Marco. Thank you, Alex. Yes, Mark. Yes. One of these days I'll get a picture up here. Her name's Lacey. She's like mostly all black, but she's got a little like white lacy kind of chest here, and she has white fur on her fingertips, on her paw tips, if you will. So it looks like she's wearing nail polish. But she's a lot of energy, still working on the whole housebreaking thing, but we figured it's a good time to do that. We're going to be home for a couple of weeks, so hopefully we'll be able to get that taken care of. And thanks for all the nice thoughts, and thank you. I feel better that I'm kind of dressed and ready for the day. Hopefully you are too. And again, I apologize for not having the charts. I will get that straightened out for us by tomorrow morning's market forecast. So get out there if you're going to trade, man. Practice that risk management. You want to be here to trade for tomorrow. That's one of our mantras here, is always trade for tomorrow. Thank you, Michael Patak, for that. Midlife crisis. Do you miss the kids? Yeah, we miss the kids, but they're around. My daughter's down at school in Lincoln Park, so she's 20 miles away, and my son's maybe 2 hours away. But he's back right now for spring break, and apparently all the colleges are going to be going remote, so they won't have to be on campus. So maybe we'll get a little bit more time with them here, which is always a pleasure. I love having them in the house. The house is much warmer when they're in the house. So, okay, I think we're going to call this a forecast. I know it's pretty quick. Again, we didn't have the charts. I want to say again, CMEgroup.com, search price limits. If you have any questions on the price limits, that's where they're going to be. Take a deep breath, ladies and gentlemen. Say a prayer, wash your hands, check on the elderly, and we'll get through this. So again, if you're going to trade well. If not, I don't blame you. I'm probably not going to be doing anything myself. This is a longer term situation that we're in, so I'm going to try and stay patient. And I know when things kind of go back to normal, that I will get back to finding good opportunities. So on that note, I think that's CMEgroup.com. All right. I'll see you back here tomorrow, hopefully, for the market forecast. I hope to see you there. Make sure you protect yourself in trading and in the world right now. So, I don't even want to say my tagline, that everybody trade well. Everybody learn well today. How's that work? All right. So, Dan will be here with you for the market recap. We'll see Dan then, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. God bless.
Right. Top step. Yeah, everybody will be under stress, especially small equity brokers with that stuff going on.
Died in the hundreds and do not enjoy a normal funeral because you cannot gather to recognize these people. These people are being put in the ground or cremated without due recognition or due process, as they say. So please take a moment and think beyond yourself and think about your social responsibility to those who are vulnerable. I'm going to get off my soapbox here. But it just pisses me off to see these stupid tweets and social media and so on about people saying that it's not going to affect them and nobody should tell them what to do. It's not about you. It's about everyone else around you, and that includes your parents, your mammy, your grandma, your grandpa, all these people that you love, your elder uncles. These are the people that are going to pay the price for your lack of consideration and frankly for your stupidity if you decide to go out and gather and hang out with people and so on. So exercise the five things that you're supposed to do. Wash your hands, do not touch your face, be distant from people, and so on and so forth. You can find those if you go to google.com, the search engine. At the bottom of the page, there's a little icon that tells you what your 5 responsibilities are during this period. Okay? Anyway, thanks for that. I'll get back to business here. Looking at the calendar today, there are several auctions, but there's no point to me covering this. The fact is, we are opening lock limit down, so let's just dive headfirst into that.
Literally, the truth.
Into that, instead of going over the calendar. Everybody has a calendar and can go look at it. This is what I expected for Friday. I've actually had to cut my stock zone areas. The expectation is we're opening in the high tail of Thursday, and the expectation is we would likely drop into the value high and then turn up. And my goal, my target, was to push into the 2740 area, which is a big high volume node in the composite. The secondary is to push up and then dive deep all the way to value low, which was around 2480 for a bounce into the close. What the market ended up doing is basically both. We ended up opening, pushing down to this is the value high area, taking a bounce, but it was unable to hold on. So the next area down is 2500, as you see here. Was looking for 2500 right there. The next area is 2500, and then the next area beyond that is this 2487 area before a bounce into the close. And what it did is it did scenario 2, and it bounced into the close, and then we got this massive push higher. This was just a very, very big move up, 25.11 to 26.97, a massive rally on really strong volume. The Delta was not participating in this, as there were very, very light offers
I mean, that market trade
to be lifted as price moved through those offers very, very quickly.
Why we got
and
there
was nothing there to lift. Also, the fact is, we are, this is quad witching Friday. It's expiration week, so we can't really pay attention to Delta too much because we have the rollover normally. But we also have to be very, very careful using the Delta, volume Delta, because the liquidity is not there. Liquidity is just not there in the market.
Paid a little more for the
currently.
cost, and
And so it's not giving us an honest perspective. Here's what I've got for the order flow. The market opened
90 days option
way up here and immediately tumbled to this lock limit price, which is right here, just a crowded area. You can see there's some trades going off, lifting the offer after the lock limit down. It looks like people were just getting out at the lock limit by lifting some size. But this situation currently is really kind of becoming familiar in that we're opening lock limit down, and we're likely to release in 10 minutes and then hit the next limit of 7%. Go into a circuit breaker for 15 minutes, come back, and then have an open
overnight
auction,
lock limit in a month.
which generally has been responsive in pushing higher. So as I looked at the book last night, and as I'm looking at it this morning, the full depth, I'm looking at the full market depth here. As I'm looking at the book, look at that. I'm going out 200, 300 points, and I don't see anything that is giving me an indication that there's some size in the book there. 2450 was there from last night right here. It's very faint because the offer here is really gigantic. It's some 10,000, 12,000 offered, but it's back here 2450. but there's just not much underneath here, which doesn't mean that the market's going to be in a free fall. It just means that nobody wants to stand in the way and is bidding out. The market's going to go into a pre-opening in about 5 minutes. It's going to freeze for the 5 minutes before the open, and it's going to go into a pre-open, and then we'll find out what the pricing is. Look, there's not much I could say here other than the fact that this thing is in a free fall. You know, it's got very little holding it up, and the last major low from the composite is 23.43 and a quarter, 23.43 and a quarter. And I want to remind you that the limit down for 13% is 23.39. So about 4 points below this swing low right here. The swing low right here is the 13% limit. So that's what it is. Please stay vigilant. Do not get cocky. Do not get complacent with the way you trade. This is a market where if you're long, you're just going to take whatever price the market's willing to give you to get out. Do not try to work your position or whatever. It doesn't matter if it often comes back. It's just best to flatten out and come back a little bit later with an even mind. Okay. There's not much I can offer you here. I'm not going to draw anything on any chart. These are just, it's just BS. If I drew anything on the charts, this is all about risk control right now. Please exercise your responsibility to others to just stay in if possible, and to keep your hands clean and to keep them away from your face and so on, and to stay away from people at the moment, especially if you have people who are older in your life. Okay, good luck, and I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Take care.
Boom, 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 boom. So more or less we be in free fall on the open. Huh? Oh, why are we not doing all of that stuff here, man? Oh, it'll just, the market is waiting. We on the M contract on the ES to make sure M and MESM. You can see we locked there. We have 200,000 volume on crude. That margin requirement, that's a no for us. We locked ourselves out of our crude. That is one of the calls we made. We are in contact with our broker. Do self-lock. Self-locking is always a good idea. On the J contract still on crude. JOK contract should be working out. The roll is more than 50%, so we in the M contract. Expectation for the dips are, as everybody stated, 2501. Will be locked out again at 2501. Did I save the ES? Nope, I did not save it. Dum 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 dum. Slash ES. Where did I save the did I have it? This is the general information on how price limiting works. Where is it? History. Nope, that's not it either. Alright, so when we hit 7% on the open secondary calf. This is what will happen. ATB is a rule halt both cash and equity were based on the equity in the future option blah blah blah. Trading will resume once in trading cash. Price limit. Level 2 is 13%. 13% you have your rules up to 225 and full for the day is only active. It's suspended. What I did see last night on Bloomberg was so funny. They couldn't understand why the limit because they don't understand how the reference price. The reference price is calculated based on the VWAP within the last 30 seconds of cash trading. So the reference price is different from the close price in that instance. So yeah. Damn it, I missed putting that on. Close off the window. Expect this to pop to the upside on the opening of the market. We need to go to a 1 hour chart here to get this stuff to fit in. Boom, 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 boom. If it was a normal day with stuff, that 2500 would have been a serious target. Don't want to be there. See if I can still find my price unit and stuff. And look at here. Look at the indexes. Yes, you use your cookies, find out where I am. Search ESMO. These are your limits. It's gonna be a bloodbath. At some point it should stop. At some point it should stop. Expect if you're trading, especially if you're trading options, Robinhood is going to get you're going to get some weird stuff going on, which is weird. Oh, I do have the chat box open today. Like I asked me EMA stuff. Ask me anything. Don't really have issues. Let's make all this. Boom, 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 boom. Have newsfeed up. Free newsfeed. Right, so New York closed restaurants, Los Angeles closed restaurants, you're only getting takeout. That's a cool cartoon. Oh, China last night. Retail sales minus 24% year on year, I think. Wow. That's a big wow. South Korea cut rates. Bank of Japan did not trying to use quote unquote quantitative easing. Everybody is in emergency mode. So now what the disconnect is happening in my opinion is that there we are, we lock limit down. Step 1, lock limit down 7%. I do have a buy here at go to my 5-minute chart on my initial stop. sure with this. Do our bicycles in there 23.40. There's two contracts. Yes, at 23.40. See, we stuck again. See how much fired off. Yeah, nothing much fired off, nothing much holding up the market. Quotes might be a red. Just now cracked that 29 level on. Here we go. That is the oil kicking off. Oh, it is kicking off. Don't think there's a lock limit on oil today. I have to check if there's a lock limit on oil. Market is thin as hell. As hell. We do have a put from 36. That's been there for a while. So making money off of that. To see how bad our accounts. We have minimal accounts. Nikkei is puked out already. Data is all over the place, so we have a 5-minute halt or 15-minute halt. I don't know, I forgot to check which was this halt until market reopens. If we do hit that 15%, be in trouble. Boom 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 boom. Today's look and learn and see what's up. Don't want to be in the way of this market whatsoever. If you're looking for your attempt, dice your attempt there, 27.50 to get a small buy off. Look to hit a home run. If they get killed, they get killed. You lose a little $300, $400. Let's manage it, trade it. This one, we have this one set up is like this. Cancel this order. I'll show you guys how I have this set up by using a trading stop on it. I'm using the same stop type on this particular one is trail stop. If you do hit the level, there may be some liquidity here. Look for a home run trade. Whenever it stops you out, it stops you out. Otherwise, just stand aside. Can't even see a bar going down. The market is here. That is first lock limit. Nothing traded between that and that. Nothing. Traded. Don't want to be a hero today. Mm-mm. Nope, nope, nope. Do not want to be a hero today. Data feeds, everything would be more or less screwed today, so nothing, nothing. It's a vacuum. Oh yes. It's a literal vacuum out here. You can see Juma. Where that number come from? Everything is locked. Gonna be as long. Can't just do that. $15. 50 minutes all. No, there's a disconnect because people trying to blame the Fed. The Fed did what it could do, what it was designed for. How you apply what the Fed was designed to do is create balance and liquidity, meaning that they would create liquidity by printing money and offering it up as bonds. So, no, Dan would have some thoughts on that because we're puking every freaking thing. Everything is being puked. Don't want to be too political, but somebody is sitting in the White House thinking, what did that? What the hell just happened there? This does not matter here. Expect trading to more or less resume at 9:45 to 9:50. Today would be an historical day. Taking a small bounce. Option chain is going mad also. Oh, damn you. We'll know if it's puke everything. GC. Think we have more volume on the J contract. Yep, it's puke everything. Puke, 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 puke. Wow. The up the goal is puking out. I don't trade gold, I monitor gold. Bam 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 bam. Let's see what the little minions say. A lot of minions around here. These guys. I just come here for a laugh. One guy who asked me, yeah, I'll give my like. It's true. They always late to the party. A lot of people gonna get hit. A lot of people gonna get hit. Prop firms, hedge funds, ETFs are gonna get hit. And the reality is that a lot of people in the gig economy itself will be very much unemployed. I could serve myself as part of the gig economy because we not guaranteed any profits. We don't pay healthcare. No. My country, I don't need to pay healthcare. It's reasonable amount of healthcare for free, but you could always get pay for your healthcare cash or have insurance if you want. Going the way your job is, I used to have healthcare covered to 80% or anything up to 100,000 US for the job. Bottom kind of fell out because was subsidy in Guyana by now doing a project. That did not happen because of one, oil price, two, might have some election violence in Guyana, so my old bosses said we postponing our contract. It was a contract on the Total, like a French company, oil company, used to work in the industry. This is going to hit a lot of people in my country. My country is oil and gas based. This oil price are this low. It's a no-no. We close our refinery a year and a half now, so that put a damper on everything. We still produce a little bit of oil and a lot of gas. With the Saudis doing what they're doing there, well, we can't fight anyone. Not big enough to fight anyone. The UAE jumped in the fray and said they will pump as much as possible also. Shale is going to get hit hard. Look for bankruptcies. I apologize to people in Texas. We opened 24/19. Hey, there's a bar now. A bar, real traders. Well, not real traders. See what that volume looks like. Micros, of course, not minis. Do not trade minis. Make sure you have a good broker. I just like one shot at the candle you're looking at. More than like you might get a 13% locked. So probably looking at 2350. see nothing. Two spikes, one spike per first limit sub, second spike, yeah. Nothing below on the profile. Don't want to be that guy. This is not catching up falling knife, this is catching up falling axe. One attempt to catch up falling axe. An attempt to catch up falling axe. See what the football is showing us as how much people get trades off. Almost there, the limit lock. Don't know if anybody would be able to step in, meaning the government. This is going to be wild. Some option traders looking at. That's probably guys getting out of the market, meaning that big boys getting out of the market. That's an option trade. If you see an option trade, you can exactly see level it is. The low is 2350. Option trade. That's guys getting out of the market. That's not by true buyers in my opinion. Just look and learn. From overnight to now, we just moved what 6 deviation, implied deviation from high to low. Wow, from close of Friday to now. That's a 6 deviation move. Let the market do what it wants, see what equilibrium price looks like at the end of the day. Me look the Popina seller and the active point of control. Be up if we do get there. Looking at clippity clips. That roll on the edge. Yeah. Each contract still has volume. We 2/3 the way there so far. Make sure your active is on the M contract or MESMO if you're trading micros. See how thin we are. A little more than 10% on micros. A lot of small guys say nope. We don't want to be here right now. I'm gonna monitor that roll closely. might have some delay on your data also. Wow. Nobody wants to trade that volume is way too thin. If you do get a 2500, that might be an entry for you to the south side, sell side, south side. Just don't want to be in the way of either a train or a knife. 24.99 is possible entry for that. That's how we have our setup right now. Micros, of course. Getting fill here on the open market is going to be difficult today. Yes, sit and watch today. So let's try to auto fit this crap. These are our trades at some. Only big boys in the game. See what's up with the gold. Gold found a small bit. Gold might be a reasonable trade today. If we do trade gold, option in at 1460 area might be a reasonable option in back to VWAP. My trading advice, of course, disclaimer. Yeah, some interbank stuff going on also. London close will be very swingy today. So we had two positions. We're looking at 23.40 for the buy, 24.99 for looking for order flow sell. I'm looking at the order flow in the background, so that is how we planned out our day. If then positions, what's up, what we're gonna have, what we think gonna happen. Right there. Let's see what that kill zone is in 94. Oh my god. Kill zone. What I'm looking and watching today. Full might be the only disadvantage of staying trading. I do not have full as part of my portfolio, so won't be introducing any new stuff. It's a no-no for us. Don't care how good it looks. It's a no-no. I have one guy who is a friend who trades gold. We'll see what share price is looking like. H1 we limited our risk. And them dropped. Tesla is at 464. We back to even more on the Flabberga calls. That's a 90-day option, so you can see how you can save nearly 10%. It does 10%. You can see why the cover was there. So more or less we technically saw the equivalent of 30 of these. We have 35 of these. We're 388, so we above break even. I done made 2 to 1 on all my entries and exits on this trade. Don't care if it does go to 0. April month would be our buy. I want to see that Q1 report. That Q1 report will be important for us. Very important. Market is holding up a little bit better than we thought, which is a good thing. You don't want to be in total free fall where nobody can trade. And then that will be very, 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 very bad for everyone involved. You can see there's nothing on this volume buys. And everything, a little bit of support train at 2400. It would come in waves. My thought on this is option trade, exit in market. Like the big boys, like only one particular location today. Let the market do what it wants. You know it wants. Right now we under 10%, which is a good thing. Want to be positive. So sellers would come in waves and waves. You'll see they're acting on the market. Trying to see where the open interest is. Open interest report shows drop in open interest, meaning very, very bad for the market. In this environment, it's good to sit on your hands. Line in the sand. Right there is a line in the sand. Pray to God that market holds up above that. Be the 2016 low. We see the next wave comes, then we make up our mind. Right around here. When I see that wave on support with a buy stop. To see if we get any little pinch of the market, that would be a buy of a single on micros. We have a single set on a limit order right here at 24.14. He's trying to get into a position. We have a single set here at 24.15. Twelve to 15 is a kill zone. You want to use buy stops there. You don't want to use it like that. So watch how we will be using this. This is part of how the trade plan looks. We want to see that test of 2400, hold 24, 12 to 15 buy stop in the market. Go down 85-minute chart, right? Oopsie, made a boo boo there. It doesn't really matter, just position doesn't matter. Now let's see if that 2400 holds by 24, 12 to 15, lower price buy stop. Market has to be below you to use a buy stop. People do not tempt the market. Single attempt. No, this is not trading advice here. Just what I'm. That's my intention. Looking at seeing what if it does hold is the question. Yeah, wrong the level. 96.8 retracement from 2016 low we're looking at. What market? We got
Order filled. Order filled.
We got in at 15. Looking for the test of the 35s. Just a single. Trying to pinch a little bit of money off it. How the hell did it do that? 1-to-1 closed off, got the 12.5 points on the initials, and closed off the second. Quickly secondary. You can see exactly what the okay, we had to be quick to end up using our market order to execute. Just close off everything.
Order filled.
Made a little bit of money on that. Close off to the everything. Let the market know what it wants. Reason for the entry is right there. Got that 15 on market order. We got 15.5. We took out at 30.5. We got 15 points. Closed. Execute move. Next. So yeah, what we referenced was the 2016 low, the 618 retracement. Use this as preliminary support. 30% retracement on the market was at 78. We dipped a little bit below that to 58. It looks a little small because of the monthly chart. We go to the weekly chart. You see clearly what we were looking at. To see where that low is right there, 23.21. You're looking at 23.40 for our next entry into the market, trading against you. We're looking to just take advantage of some rotations in the market. Knowing where we're looking at this morning. There's your close out there at 35s. If you are holding, don't want to be greedy today at all. The market could flip at any time. Hopefully it will just settle down a bit. A lot of coffee and water this morning. Hopefully it holds. We do have one single option sitting there. Option cost was pretty high. Took a longer term option, 90-day option, June 50. June contract. Boom, boom, boom. We have to pull up the option chain here. Spread matrix. There's the option chain. Option chain. Yes. Option chain. Select that. I haven't seen this one. Option chain on this. Option program is a different program. Let me show you my data feed now. Pretty cool option, right? But we sell some tens. Price was high, very, very high. Clocked in and clocked out quickly. I trade options on this platform, don't I really trade options on this platform, but what the hell? Let's see, make sure the trade plan was. If it did bounce from this level, came back up the VWAP, look for the pullback, look for the value low, we know where, we look at the 618, we want to see, we test close to that, buy into it, close out quickly as possible, less risk, a lot less risk. But we have some position to be in a little more cash on the trade. Rinaldo. Oops. What the hell did I just close that? Limits so a lot of stuff on your hand, we just look for easier places, look for risk reward, risk reward. Use one pick trading. And so the idea was built basically on the 618 days, right? Look for position to actually try to get in. Make it a 5. See, that's dumb. I mean long term position. The 618 line there. Is it 30% as support? Just in dropping fine enough for us. May come now against us. Long term position, right? 90-day option that actually will expire. Have no intention of holding it to expiry. None. Spread my option. Use the option, spread vertical spread. Massive. Option pricing is pretty high this morning, so high risk probability play. Maybe not. This would have been an inversion. Alright, yeah, inversion. we have all this set up in the background, so that's what we'll be looking at. Seeing which shape you can where it is located, where support might be found. If we do hit the 13% clip there, today we'll probably take a puke on that, jump out. Watch out the closer day looks like. Where is the oil price? I wouldn't be buying the retest of that level. Looking for that 30-20 area to get probably short in the market again on the oil. You have a single setup here. Look for home run trades. Why is this giving so much trouble? See what to go with it up to. Yeah, confirm bias. You can have some money, man. Easy this money on the market right now. Gold is easy a trade to take. Was easy a trade to take in. If you have option trader and you have gold, reasonable. The puking needs to be stopped. That's all he said. Not getting in the way of that order flow already made what will monetize, watching the time, looking at what we looking at, making sure that we looking at proper probabilities, looking for that to see if there is support at 2400 again. Kill zone is built. If we build some base in at the 2380 level, may have some life in the market. Just want to see if there is base in there. We're about 2 hours away for 2 hours and 10-12 minutes before that close. Sit and watch the market. Watch the price action. Look at what's going on in the world. Make sure you have your ears to the ground for news. I got bullied last night. When I never love America, good. I guess that. Halted. Don't know if they actually got halted or not. To think so. Let me check and see. What is that? I guess I can speak up. We might encourage some guys to come in contract. That's only 300,000 contract. This market is thin as ass. Roll is still at 2 to 1. Or you probably may have been just one of that level. Looking at the PLC closely, trying to figure it out. Pretty clear one only. $51.20 the actual entry. That's single only. Nice active fighter control structure tree. If you not hit boost clip overview up and then push back down is what we're looking at. So you're looking at taking 30 points at risk in the market. Don't want to be over risking in this market. Look to manage. Yep, we know that what happened. This platform is ta-ta. Fed was that very right. The guys did what they were built for. Don't blame the people, please. Let's see what it's flipping on, what the chip on might come to 30 flat. Looking for the mid between here and here. This is my kill zone here. Do I have enough room to give up a lot? So this is the kill zone. Look at the rock off the POC. If it does come, it comes. If it doesn't fail, it doesn't fail. This is what you call high risk if you're trading with top stepper and the silver open. That should be close to proper execution. Let's use the normal risk limiters. Look for 1.5 to 1, taking 30 points. Look for 45 to 50 points. If you grab a 2 to 1, good to go. 60 points is what you're looking at. My own is at here right now. So we're looking at a 2 to 1 trade on our setup. We won't be entering anything before that at all. Nope, 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 and no. Using my technical points for entries. Everybody just stand back. There are a lot of guys standing aside right now in the market. Volume indicates that. We grab a vertical spread from 24, 20 to 2500. Market could flip and go anyway, so a lot more money involved in that option trade than in that one micro future trade. Don't want to be trading off the micro futures or so. Watch for price support, where the support was, where we want to be, where the vertical spread is, what the costing look like. Costing was pretty high, so just got to be a single option. You know, if you're buying calls, your risk is limited, but you can't buy naked anywhere in this market. Buy naked in this market is signing a death note. Might as well sign your death note and say, right, thank you, bye bye. To buy options naked in stocks. We do see the 15% fee. We'll be adding, we at 35, we'll be adding 5 more shares today on that was nice longer term stuff. We have the anthem puts covering that like read on the market, and we have the trading longs. Those would be options to actually hold by with the option to have that at expiry. We'll be buying those 90 days out on expiry. No matter what, the option is to hold the option to expiry there to add that up to our portfolio. Oh, forgot to check. What is the Nasdaq doing? And Nasdaq went up a little better than the yes. You can see the percentage rise. You can see where the VIX is. 24. Crude is very expensive. You trading that as like one single unit of crude you're trading today. Pretty good so far on the yes call. Yeah, 25% on the micros. We getting the smaller guys more involved. Hold on a sec. There's my rooster. He wants to die. Look like. Probability of him dying is too. Yeah, it's like 10:55, and he's cock-a-doodle doing. Part of the nice thing about living in the Caribbean. Easiest trade off the day. Yeah, don't trade it. My partner's he having fun. Yeah, so opportunity just now closed at 1480. First part I trade. Oh, shut up, Rooster. The expectation in a situation like this is for one, we get buyers, a little bit of buyers in the market. Now the London close and then order flow to the downside back. So based on the time, we'll see what's up. I have nothing against anybody being aggressive selling at 50. That's more or less equilibrium in the market. I'm just looking for perfect entry. What I would think as perfect entry. Because of what the margin requirement is. Dude, what to be risking a lot. Outside there, especially we know what the stop is. You can see your day margin and your initial margin. It'll be listed on your top right hand corner of this platform. So that is something I require monitoring as a team. Probably might go and play some video games in the next 22 minutes. Wrap it up by 11 this morning. And again, we'll talk about trades, small trades, might keep on the side. And the market at all times. We have one cell located right here, trying to get into one particular trade here, which is be looking for that London swing close at 24.99. With a pretty home run in the market. Series and 12 points at the stop. Maybe it's 12.5. Looking for 24.60 as the target entry. Exit entry, exit on it. This video was lifting. Get in the inflection zone. No, I like to wait for the end of the hour to execute any trade over there. Play the patience game. So that is built on is we are looking for really a test of the limit, 7% limit. Let's see if there are sellers sitting there. More than likely looking for that to execute end hour by end hour. So we still have a lot of time. That's why we didn't take our first fight there. We don't want to be caught in any whip, so we just want to see if we get a clean trade. Banged what, 15, 16 points this morning already on micros. Less contract, wider stops, lower risk. The lower risk on your portfolio. Proxy and toad. Point of control dropped. Trigger, sell. just wait and see what the end hour going to show us there. If we do get locked in on the 30-20, we have a structure there, so right, let's show exactly what we're looking at. I'm going to run the execution, single execution at 10. Execute.
Order filled.
On 9. On 20. Filled.
Order filled.
Filled on 20s. Making sure that we ban stop to the upside right there. Got filled on 30-20, average entry at 15. I want to see if the point of control holds. If it does not hold in the hour, close the trade off if we do get stopped out. And that one did not get filled. How? Why? Did not get filled. Did not get filled on live either. Why? How? When? What? Too low on the totem pole. They get filled. Trade only one thing. If you're trading oil, trade oil. If you're trading ES, trade ES. Better shot is on the micro ES. If it does break through here, we have the fuse. Took the markets earlier.
Order filled.
Only 99. Got filled at 97.5. Come for the home run trade. The expectation, I just test off here 2500, yeah. I get stopped. Will get stopped, yeah. Market the book just flipped. How come I got 2 contracts? What the hell? How did I got 2 contracts here? I pulled the trade. This is weird. 1 contract. Why is there 2? I did flush in the middle bar. That's bogus. What the hell I got filled today? I got filled one on my live, so not to worry about no demo. At the end of the hour is you better trade on this. Maybe would get stopped out there. I don't know how the hell that this demo is something wrong with this demo. I got filled on 1 at 24.97. Stops are at 10. 25.10. Trying to pick up the anti-flush mechanism here. Anti-flush it. Like flush that stop there. Unless there's news in the background that we haven't seen. You just move on a technical, so you just be 1-on-1 for the day. Lose 12 points, gain 15 points on a single on the live. If we do get stopped out, which is most likely to happen now. Oil more than likely will be stopped out on the oil trade. Maybe. We do still have life in that particular trade. 20 years your optimum entry there within the band of the POC. Looking for that. The MESM. We're looking for this trade here, right here at 99, which stops above there. We took it a little bit earlier. Don't know why it turned out to be two trades there. We got filled on 97 with 12 points. A stop. Meaning that we are at 10. We adjusted our exit here to 10. With the earlier entry. So your optimum entry is at 24.99. What the hell is that? I'm actually doing that. I just have flush in the market here, so look if you're looking at the trade, look to drop your execution at 5 minutes to the hour. 24.99. Here we are, 24.99. The what's it, 24.95 to 25.04 is the execution area. This is the more risky trade we take here. We leaning off of one of the contracts on the oil.
Order filled.
On the initial entry. Still have the secondary running. Look for the lock node. Look for 20, 60, 40, 60. Look for that. Look for TPs from 70 to 60 area. Okay, take profit area here. Don't know why this has double execution. I don't want to don't know. Whatever. So we're looking from the 97 to looking for 30 points. 24 to 30 points or 24 points from the 97 is 76 minus 3 73s. Nah. One take above that. Looking for that to the execution exit on the single. Hopefully we'll get out of that trade quickly enough. So where's the option trade now? So we option in 25, we sold 2500. Looking to buy back, have the spread option for the downside, the 2340. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, still have time for that trade. position is strong on the oil, of course. Oh, 8.75. Not bad for a range play. We use two different accounts a hedge on the option side, so be careful, be careful. You want to see the collision within the band. And I just want to go, where's the timer on my bar? Timing again, the settings on this side, so mad. There's the execution there at 95. Make sure you're showing the right thing. Don't know if they are still to buy certain here, but when I execute a trade, it's a pretty big trade. Display audio on it. That should have been at a second I guess. Why are you not trading? System is great. Cuckoo gaga. Yeah, exit should be 74. I look for that. Just before 1 hour before close. Looking to execute an 74 test back. Then go flat as soon as it executes. If it does. Always take little bites out of the market. Don't try to dominate the market. There are times you could dominate the market. There are times you can't. This is not one of those times. Let's see what CL is up to. Bye bye CL. Bye bye. They're just empty. Look for the retest exit. That's your lock, no right here. No, I'll be shot along at 11, so or let's go flat at 11. Using the trailing stop, of course. If I do get stopped out, it'll make some money. That's how we just actually do run trades. So we want to see clean trades. If we do get stopped out, I'll need that at 15 points. All we'll be doing is running the load to add here and look for the long-term trade, the downside at the end of the hour. Anyhow guys, that's it for me for this morning. I'll probably just leave days running on the demo, make my mind up on what we're doing on the lives. It's now 11 a.m. Trade time. I'll trade what I see for the rest of the day. Hope you guys were profitable this morning. Trade what you see, stand aside for long periods. Only trade what you see. Minimize just by using less contracts. Time to go flat. Or what you see if you're required to go flat. If you're about to trade a plan. Hope you trade small, trade smart. Oh, somebody give me in chat. Yeah, they're reasonable. Take small bites out of the market. Take small bites. Don't try to be too aggressive in this market. I got my option trade, that's what I'll be managing today. We have option trade in, so that's a lot more money than trading micro ES. Costs a lot, you require a lot of bank faith. I don't want to tell you how much that account, the value of that account is. That's why I use most 30%, well, my 3x withdrawal. Boosted my option side because we saw what the risk was coming up. To go into the options account, trading the options account is something that is very necessary. And on the CL side, is you have a stronger opportunity on the CL side here using the trail stop. You can go for home runs on the CL, which we are the probability because we got in 2 trades. That 29.40 is your level we're looking at for the home run trade. So I'll leave that around with the trailing stop. This is what we use in there. We had 2, we created and got out of one early using the secondary because we have no risk now, we're in profit. This is the home run trade here we're looking for. This is the stabilization trade. This is more or less go flat from here, take pinch and take what you get. If you get the end of our trade there at the 97 or 96, probable trade, it will be iffy. So trade small, trade smart.
Order filled.
On that, took the break even. On this, on the demo, took a little bit out inside here. You can lean on 2500 if you want, but it's very risky as is everything in the market today. The easier trade today is this oil trade. If you have enough money, or if you're trading through Top Step, this is easier trade to get off today. Look for to be aggressive and look for a lot of money. Take one trade small, trade smart. I love to play video games. I have one of my guys, they monitor anything, so you'll be alerting me on what's going on in the market, because we had a trade plan that we spent 5 hours last night planning on the if then process of how we wanted to have this trading day go, knowing what the risk is, knowing when to trade smaller, knowing what we're looking at for the option side. Basically, we were looking at option trading today. Future trading was secondary. I had some pools and stuff on this side. Looking for an opportunity to get some more Tesla either later today or sometime during the week. Trading the right options. This is CLG on key options. So knowing what you're trading, when you're trading, volume, volatility, and look for what you get. If you had the trade, and you should be legged out at that 70 idea on the retest, and hold your secondaries pretty short using your trailing stop. You can use that as order flow to the downside and make a lot of money today, is what we're looking at more or less at. So anyhow guys, it's 11:05, time to go and get my video games on and make a phone call. Talk to those guys, one or two of those guys actually listening on our Discord. We run it on Discord these days, so yeah, we have to see, because they look in the same chart and it disturb us one another. So we have a channel that all we speak, so I hear them, you can't hear them from the Discord. Discord is on the next system. So trade small guys, trade smart. The world might not fall apart today, tomorrow, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. Stay safe, wash your hands, don't rub your eyes or your face with your hands. If you don't, soap and water is the easiest, cheapest way to at least wash your hands. Purell is a brand. It's just a brand. Make sure you have the right sanitizer if you're using sanitizer. So have fun guys. See you guys probably later on. Alright, bye.